when you see, your coworkers, but also your dear friends, being exploited throughout a pandemic, it kind of wakes something up in you. Before we unionized, I did not feel like I had much power at all. We were put through such an aggressive union busting campaign by our company. In reality, they were telling us the same lies that union busters have been telling since the 70s at least. We've seen improvements to how workers are being treated. For example, shortly after the election, we were given a $1 raise. It's just through speaking up and kind of demanding that my voice be heard that I was able to have a little bit of security. It's really only solidarity that can win a fight when you're the one without the pocketbook.
So I started the business because I worked in the raw material supply chain. And so I was very good at finding raw material for places like Honeywell. And then they start asking me to add value. Okay, instead of just buying me a bar, why don't you take that bar and cut it into pieces for me and then supply me the pieces? We have the value, we have the expertise to kind of do things that smaller and medium size and even some large business, they don't want to handle that raw material supply chain. They want to just pay somebody to get them the part, the blank, and just deliver it to the dock, and then they can work on the the precision manufacturing that they are, that they excel at. There's so much capital required, and everybody's got their little spot that nobody can cover that entire breadth of manufacturing. It would be very hard to, I think, to vertically integrate.
A lot of people at the beginning did think that money was the driving force behind why we're unionizing, but it couldn't be further from the truth. It's about making sure that our patients are protected, that we have enough people on the floor to care for these patients. I got into nursing, fell in love with it, fell in love with the patients, and specifically the ICU. We don't have enough staffing so that everybody can take a break. This means that some days I'm at work going 12 hours and maybe using the restroom once a shift. I just had 2 kids the past few years, and something that stressed me a lot at work is the inability to pump breast milk because of time and resources. It makes you feel like, why am I taking a job that's compromising like my ability to feed my child? But at the end of the day, I really do love my kids. I really do love my patients, and I want to do both, but I want to be able to do both safely. Immediately, once the hospital got wind of our unionization efforts, they hired consultants from an out-of-state company to come in. It's really devastating, actually, to know that a lot of these problems, like safe staffing, break coverage, ratios, all of that could be fixed. Organizations are choosing not to fix those problems. It's not just about us, but our patients deserve the best care possible.